الله ونثني بالصلاة على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد أحبتي في الله، نعيش مع كتاب الله مع مطلع سورة النازعات، مع قوله سبحانه والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا. My dear brothers and sisters, these ayat at the beginning of Surah Al-Nazi'at, and a simple meaning for this which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Exalted said, by those angels, between brackets, by those angels who extract with violence, and by those who remove with ease, and by those who glide as if swimming, those who race each other in a race, and those who arrange each matter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقسم، وللقسم أغراض، بيان أهمية المقسم به من جهة، ولشد الانتباه لأمر عظيم من جهة أخرى، وغير ذلك من أغراض القسم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the beginning of these ayat making an oath. Allah is swearing here. However, nowadays when you use the swear, that may be the vowel language, but in the old Arabic, swearing doesn't mean it's in a bad language or vowel language. So Allah is making an oath or swearing. And normally, if any one of us want to swear, so you want to put more emphasis for what you are saying. You want to clear any doubt. Somebody may be doubting you and argue with you, so you want to end that conversation with an oath. So you give a kind of a strength for what you are saying. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make an oath with anything to highlight the importance of that, or the importance of the word that is coming. However, there's always connection between those terms or words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used for the oath with the message that's going to be said. So you see that connection. Otherwise, why not the same word being used and repeated? Well, we've seen different ones. والضحى والليل والشمس. And when you look deeply, you will see the connection between what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear by and swear for. المقسم به والمقسم عليه, you find that link. And rather just we give the meaning of those words, we need to look at even the connection. Why is that? هذه الصور في أواخر القرآن وفي غالب الصور في جزء تبارك وجزء عم تتكلم عن موضوع مهم متعلق بالعقيدة، ألا وهو الإيمان باليوم الآخر وأحداث وأشراط الساعة. سبحان الله، ربما لا تكاد السورة إلا تلمح لذلك إن لم يكن الموضوع الأساسي فيها هو يوم القيامة. وهذا في الحقيقة أمر مهم، لأن الفارق الذي يجعل الإنسان يتخذ لنفسه منهجا ودينا هو إيمانه بالحياة بعد الموت. إذا لم يؤمن بحياته بعد الموت فيعمل ما شاء في هذه الحياة. لكن إذا كان عنده إيقان في الحياة بعد الموت فيقف لنفسه ويغير من حاله. ولذلك كان الموضوع الأهم في باب العقيدة، وكان الإيمان به هو أساس الإيمان كما جاء في أول القرآن الذي نؤمن بالغيب، أي بما سيأتي بعد البعث وما ستحصل من أحداث وأشياء. Looking at the chapters in the last surahs of the last surahs of the Quran, like Juz'am and Tabarak, you can say like almost 40 plus surahs, talking about one important subject. Either that subject being discussed in the entire chapter, or at least there is some ayat that refer to that, which is the life after death, the hereafter, that we are going to be resurrected. Is that important, that point? Yes. Think of it. If somebody does not believe in the life after death, do I even have to choose even a religion? What's the point? He's just living, enjoying himself, his life, and then he's going to die. Do I even have to follow any restriction or instruction? Why even have to have a state of belief? It doesn't matter. Think of it. Yawm al-Din, to believe in Yawm al-Din, Yawm al-Qiyamah, that's a core part of the belief. That will make the person terrified and say, you know what, oh, I don't want to lose the hereafter. More important than this life, he might adjust himself and follow the right direction. And actually, if he's thinking wisely, that's the logical answer that will give the answer for the most important questions about his existence. Do I even actually am existed? He will end up to say, you know what? Yes, this life never meant for itself, so there's another life. In other words, if he believed, he'd be more happy actually than even just following his desires and not, thinking of his own existence. Anyway, and because of that subject is very important, you'll find being tackled in a different angles, in all of these surahs. And that's the most important part of Iman, as even mentioned at the definition of muttaqeen in the beginning of Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah. Muttaqeen alladhina yu'minu bil-ghayb, those that believe with unseen. وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا وَالسَّابِحَاتِ سَبْحًا فَالسَّابِقَاتِ سَبْقًا فَالْمُدَبِّرَاتِ أَمْرًا. Allah swear here by different things that we can count. How many things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear by here? Can you say with me, how many one? والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا يوم ترجف الراجفة. How many one? Do we think it's 5? Yes? Actually what? Yeah, but actually what? It's a 3 kind. It's whoever can, but it's 3, not 5. Okay, والنازعات غرقا 1. والناشطات نشطا 1. And then the other one, same. والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا. When they added by fa, they refer to the same one. Different adjective, but the same one. So 3. Let's count in المرسلات. والمرسلات عرفا فالعاصفات عصفا والناشرات نشرا فالفارقات فرقا فالملقيات ذكرا. How many one? 2 types. 2. Let's count. والمرسلات عرفا فالعاصفات عصفا. It's 1. But 2 adjective. والمرسلات عرفا فالعاصفات عصفا والناشرات نشرا فالفارقات فرقا فالملقيات ذكرا. Another one. So 2. So what the point I'm making here, when there's an wow, yes, you are counting. But when there's a fa, you refer to the same things that you already counted, but to bring in another adjective. Here, whether That's angels or others that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning 3 times. والنازعات غرقا والناشطات نشطا والسابحات سبحا فالسابقات سبقا فالمدبرات أمرا. That's the 3rd one. جمهور الفقهاء على أن الحديث هنا عن الملائكة، وهذا منقول عن ابن عباس رضي الله تعالى عنه. بعض الفقهاء قالوا المقصود هنا الرياح، واعترض على من قال أن المقصود الملائكة، لأن هنا جمع مؤنث سالم، وفي غالب القرآن ذكرت الملائكة بجمع المذكر السالم، واعتبار الملائكة هذا من عقيدة أهل مكة، يعني اعتبارهم أنهم إناث، المؤنث السالم وإناث. أما استعماله في القرآن جاء بذكر المذكر السالم. وعلى كل هذا رأي معتبر عند جمهور الفقهاء، لا يعني أن يكون جمع مؤنث سالم أنه في الحقيقة مؤنث سالم، لكن هذه اللغة استعمالات اللغة ليس بالضرورة أن يعبر عن المؤنث دائما بجمع المؤنث سالم أو العكس. فهذه استعمالات اللغة. Now the majority of scholars refer to this as the adjective refer to angels. So nazi'at and all of that are types of angels, and that's a famous opinion among the scholars, and actually even fit with the context. However, there's some other scholars, they said no, this is referred to winds, and they brought their evidence. And actually they critique the old translation, old interpretation, and they said this is a feminine plural, where usually in the Quran Allah referred to angels with the masculine plural. Munzalin, musawwamin, not munzilat, musawwimat. So that's one observation. And they said the Arab at that time, they believed that angels are female. And the Quran negate that clearly in many ayat. So they said it's better, like when you're usually that it's not to refer to mention Jam' al-Mu'annath Salim, like we look at that throughout the Quran. There's no any ayah except those ayah, they said. However, it's fine. You could refer to a word, and sometimes you use that the masculine form or a feminine one. It's not necessarily it's a male or female. It's not necessarily. That's the word, the structure itself. Like what's so-called Hamza, or Fatima, same structure. But this one, it's referred to male, the other one referred to female, Even it comes when it comes in a plural. So singular or plural, it doesn't refer to the gender. Does not refer to the gender, the actual gender. It's the word itself. So there's back and forth, discussion about that. So there are some opinions that said this is not angels, and that's more about winds, as they brought another evidence for that. We'll go with the opinion those are types of angels. They have different duties. وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا وَالسَّابِحَاتِ سَبْحًا فَالسَّابِقَاتِ سَبْقًا فَالْمُدَبِّرَاتِ أَمْرًا. الملائكة موكلة بنزع الأرواح، وهناك من تنزع روحه بقوة وشدة وغلظة، كما يخرج الشوكة من القطن، يخرج معها شيء من القطن. وهناك من تخرج روحه بسلاسة، كما تخرج قطرة الزيت في الماء. ولهذا عبر المولى سبحانه وتعالى بين هؤلاء الملائكة وهؤلاء الملائكة. من هؤلاء الملائكة التي تنزع أرواح الكافرين، والملائكة التي تنزع أرواح المؤمنين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this referred to different types of malaika and different jobs, what they are doing. And there are type of malaika, malaikatul adhab. And there are other malaika, malaikatul rahmah. The angel of punishment, the angel of mercy. And the angel of punishment, when they pull the soul, they take it out with strength. Think of that when they take the thorn out of the wolf or cotton. You know how they take it. It's hard to take it by itself. You take a piece of that material with it. It's tough. And there are other malaika of mercy, how smoothly that soul goes out as the drop of oil that comes on the surface of water. Very simple. So, وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا, and then وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ نَشْطًا. So there are two types of angels, as here clearly in the translation. By those angels who extract with violence, and by those who remove with ease. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it in an easy way at the time of our death, and means, you know, the way how being handled in the right way, and as you honor your servant, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honor us all the time. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وبلغنا في الدارين مطلوبنا. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة.